Welcome to Ping 24 Updates, your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more epic updates. Tonight we embark on an extraordinary journey, a saga that could redefine not only the destiny of the Philippines but the very future of Southeast Asia. Beneath the shimmering waves of this vibrant archipelago lies a secret of mythic proportions, a treasure so immense it could alter the fate of millions. This is a tale of ambition, courage, and the awe-inspiring power that comes with unlocking the Earth's deepest mysteries. Deep within the Philippine seabed, hidden from the world's gaze, slumbers a colossal energy fortune, untapped oil and gas reserves worth trillions of dollars. These vast, glittering deposits stretch across the West Philippine Sea, promising enough energy to fuel generations and ignite the engines of neighboring nations. Experts whisper that this could be one of the greatest energy discoveries in Asia's history, a true turning point in the nation's epic saga. This is no mere stroke of luck. It is a revelation with the power to transform the Philippines from a nation reliant on distant shores into a titan on the world stage. Picture the surge, new industries rising, jobs blossoming, and a wave of national pride as the country seizes its destiny. The Philippines stands on the threshold of becoming a global energy powerhouse, its story forever changed. For decades, the nation's lifeblood has flowed from foreign lands, billions spent each year to keep the lights burning. But now, with this monumental discovery, the tides are turning. The Philippines stands at the edge of true energy independence, a dream long yearned for, now within reach. Imagine a nation suddenly holding the keys to its own future. Filipino workers, engineers, and visionaries could lead a new golden age, forging a legacy that echoes through generations. The dream of self-sufficiency is no longer a distant hope, it is a quest on the verge of triumph. The magnitude of these hidden riches could tip the scales of power across Southeast Asia, forging new alliances and awakening old rivalries. Neighboring nations watch with bated breath, knowing that whoever commands these resources will wield influence beyond imagination. The stage is set for a high-stakes drama, with the Philippines at its heart. The revelation has electrified Manila, sending shockwaves through the nation and rippling across global markets. Investors scramble, politicians make bold proclamations, and ordinary Filipinos dare to dream of a future brighter than ever before. The world's eyes are fixed on the Philippines as it steps into the epicenter of history. Once a modest player in the global energy arena, the Philippines now stands poised to rival the likes of Dubai and Houston. With vision and resolve, the nation could become a beacon of innovation, investment, and international cooperation, its name etched among the giants. Yet this newfound fortune lies in the tempestuous waters of the West Philippine Sea, where ancient rivalries and modern ambitions collide. The specter of conflict looms as territorial disputes and military maneuvers intensify. The stakes are nothing less than monumental. This is more than a story of geology or economics. It is a saga of high-stakes geopolitics. The choices made in the coming months will echo across continents, shaping global energy markets and the balance of power for generations. How the Philippines navigates this epic crossroads will decide whether this discovery becomes a blessing or a curse. Leaders must balance ambition with wisdom, opportunity with responsibility, as they chart a course through uncharted waters. The stakes have never been higher. The world is watching, and the next chapter in the Philippines' grand adventure is about to be written. Let's look at the numbers. When it comes to natural resources, numbers tell a story of potential, power, and promise. The figures we're about to explore could reshape not just the Philippine economy, but the entire region's energy landscape. The Recto Bank, a vast underwater plateau in the West Philippine Sea, is estimated to hold a staggering 5.4 billion barrels of oil and an incredible 55 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. These are not just abstract numbers. They represent a resource base that could fuel industries, power homes, and drive economic growth for generations. To put this in perspective, that's more oil than what Brunei and Malaysia, two of Southeast Asia's energy giants, have combined. And when it comes to natural gas, the reserves at Recto Bank are on par with the largest fields in Australia, a country known for its massive energy exports. For further context, consider the Malampaya field. Once hailed as the backbone of Philippine energy security, Malampaya's peak reserves were just 2.7 trillion cubic feet of gas. It powered millions of homes and businesses, but its output pales in comparison to what Recto Bank could offer. This new discovery is over 20 times larger than Malampaya. Imagine the impact: 20 times the energy, 20 times the opportunity, and 20 times the potential for national development. With these reserves, the Philippines could leapfrog into the world's top 20 countries for natural gas, joining the ranks of global energy powerhouses. This would be a historic shift, elevating the country's status on the international stage. But the significance goes beyond just meeting domestic needs. With such vast resources, the Philippines could become a major exporter, supplying energy-hungry neighbors like Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. This could open up new trade routes, strengthen diplomatic ties, and bring in billions in export revenues. At today's market prices, these reserves are valued at over $3 trillion. That's more than 7 times the nation's annual GDP, a sum so large it's almost hard to imagine. This windfall could fund ambitious projects and lift millions out of poverty. We're talking about generational wealth, enough to transform the country's infrastructure, revolutionize education, and provide world-class healthcare. Roads, bridges, schools, and hospitals could all benefit, improving the quality of life for every Filipino. In essence, the Philippines is sitting atop a treasure chest, one that holds the promise of a brighter, more prosperous future. The sunrise over Manila could symbolize a new dawn for the nation, powered by its own natural wealth. But the big question remains: can the country unlock this immense potential? It will take vision, unity, and careful management to turn this colossal discovery into lasting prosperity for all. As of July 2025, the Philippines remains heavily dependent on imported fuel to meet its growing energy needs. Every day, massive oil tankers dock at the nation's ports, unloading millions of barrels of crude that keep the country running. This reliance on foreign energy sources has shaped the Philippine economy and daily life for decades. In fact, over 90% of the oil consumed in the Philippines comes from abroad. This staggering figure highlights just how vulnerable the nation is to global market fluctuations, political tensions, and supply chain disruptions. Any instability in the world's oil supply can send shockwaves through the Philippine economy. Every spike in oil prices is felt immediately by Filipino families and businesses. When global prices rise, so do the costs of transportation, electricity, and basic goods. For many, this means tighter budgets, difficult choices, and uncertainty about the future. But now, new domestic oil and gas reserves have been discovered, offering a real path toward energy independence. These resources could transform the country's energy landscape, reducing the need for costly imports and giving the Philippines more control over its own destiny. Instead of sending billions of pesos overseas each year to pay for imported oil, the Philippines could invest that money at home. By developing its own energy resources, the country could power itself, stabilize prices, and keep more wealth within its borders. For ordinary families, this shift could mean lower utility bills and more affordable transportation. For businesses, it could translate to lower operating costs, increased competitiveness, and the creation of new jobs across the energy sector and beyond. With reserves this large, the Philippines could even become a major energy exporter. By building new LNG terminals and modernizing its infrastructure, the country could ship natural gas to neighboring Asian markets, turning energy into a powerful economic engine. Energy is more than just fuel, it's leverage. Supplying energy to neighboring countries would give the Philippines new influence in regional affairs, strengthening its position within ASEAN and on the global stage. The Malampaya field was once seen as a game changer, proving that the Philippines could harness its own resources. But this new discovery could dwarf even Malampaya's success, opening up possibilities that were once unimaginable. With these developments, the Philippines could move from the sidelines to the very center of the global energy conversation, attracting investment, forging new partnerships, and shaping the future of energy in Asia. This is more than just an economic opportunity. It's a chance to secure prosperity, stability, and a brighter future for generations of Filipinos. Clean energy projects could also grow alongside oil and gas, ensuring a balanced and sustainable path forward. But realizing this vision will require strong leadership, careful planning, and a commitment to transparency. The choices made now will determine whether this moment becomes a turning point or a missed opportunity. The dawn of a new energy era is here. Will the nation seize this moment and shape its own destiny? Unlocking these reserves could spark a golden age for the Philippines. Thousands of high-quality jobs would be created, from engineers to construction workers. The ripple effect would boost industries like logistics, manufacturing, and housing. local businesses would thrive and government revenues could fund long-awaited projects. Imagine high-speed rail, world-class airports, and universal healthcare. A sovereign wealth fund could secure prosperity for future generations. This is a chance to tackle poverty and inequality head-on. The goal isn't just wealth, it's building a stronger, fairer nation. The opportunity is historic. But this discovery sits in a geopolitical hotspot, the West Philippine Sea. China claims nearly the entire area, including the resource-rich Recto Bank. Tensions are already high, with Chinese vessels harassing Philippine ships. With trillions at stake, these confrontations could escalate. The Philippines faces a David and Goliath scenario. Its military is no match for China's navy. The US-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty is a crucial deterrent, but it also risks drawing in superpowers. Manila must rally international support and leverage its 2016 legal victory at The Hague. The future of these resources depends on diplomacy, alliances, and international law. This is a high-stakes game of geopolitical chess. The outcome will shape the region for decades. The world is watching. Extracting these resources is a massive technical challenge. Most reserves are deep underwater, requiring advanced technology and huge investment. The Philippines will need global partners, energy giants with deep-water expertise. The government must ensure fair deals that benefit Filipinos. Environmental risks are enormous. A spill could devastate marine life and local livelihoods. Strict safety and environmental standards are non-negotiable. Building world-class oversight and rapid response systems is essential. Balancing prosperity with environmental stewardship will be a defining test. The nation's future depends on getting this right. This discovery could make the Philippines a key energy supplier for Asia. Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan need reliable LNG, and the Philippines is perfectly positioned. New partnerships could boost regional security and economic ties. ASEAN could become more unified in defending its members' rights. The Philippines could lead in offshore engineering and sustainable resource management. Success here could inspire other Southeast Asian nations. The ripple effect could lift the entire region. The Philippines has a chance to become an energy hub. Resource wealth is a double-edged sword. Many nations have fallen victim to the resource curse: corruption, inequality, and conflict. The Philippines must build transparent, accountable institutions from day one. Every contract and payment should be public and audited. Revenue must be invested in public goods and shared with local communities. Environmental protection is essential. Prosperity must not come at the cost of natural heritage. The goal: use fossil fuel wealth to finance a sustainable green future. Stewardship will define the nation's legacy. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. One path leads to prosperity, energy independence, and national pride. The other risks conflict, corruption, and environmental disaster. The choices made now will echo for generations. Will the nation defend its rights, build strong institutions, and protect its environment? This is a test of leadership, unity, and vision. The world is watching as the Philippines writes its next chapter. The future is unwritten, and the pen is in Manila's hand. What do you think? How should the Philippines handle this discovery? What are the biggest opportunities and the greatest risks? Join the conversation and share your thoughts.